Right, hello YouTube. I've not done an unboxing video in quite a while, so I thought I'd do one today. Today we have a Dyson vacuum cleaner. It's the latest one out. Let's see if it sucks. Right, this is the Dyson Cyclone V10. It's the latest one out. It only came out this week. It's the Animal Edition, which is the cheapest edition. Well, I say cheap, it wasn't cheap. Unlike other YouTube videos, this is actually independent review because I've actually paid for mine. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there where people have been sent these, so they're not what I would call independent. The latest model, like I say, right, so what do we have in the box? We have a Dyson registration. Well, mine was automatically registered when I ordered it from Dyson. What looks like an instruction manual, operations manual. We have the pole. Then we have all kinds of little bits and bobs in here. We have an accessory there, brush, it's like a dusting brush, I think. More accessories. Now, like I said, this was the base model. There's 3 models to choose from. This is the animal version. Basically, all the 3 models are the same vacuum cleaner. They just come with different accessories bundled. So now, several years ago, going back 10-15 years ago, I did have a Dyson, one of the first Dysons that came out when they became popular, and to be honest with you, I wasn't that impressed with it, so that put me off the brand for quite some years. Like I say, Dyson have just launched this new one. They've made quantum leaps forward in motor technology. It's now got a digital motor in it, which is tiny and lightweight. And the digital motor pumps out enough power, which means it's as powerful, if not more powerful, than a hardwired vacuum cleaner. So Dyson are now going to stop doing proper vacuum cleaners, not proper vacuum cleaners, wired vacuum cleaners. They're just going to concentrate on battery technology now. So this thing here, what you'll notice here is there's no belt. It's motor driven, it's electric motor driven. Belts can fail, so these things are meant to be a lot more reliable. You're meant to be able to stick a coin in there and slide the actual cylinder out. That's that. Lots of accessories. That's basically a miniature version of that. I'm guessing this one maybe is belt driven, the smaller one. This is for more doing your stairs. That, can you see that? That angles like that. So whatever surface you're on, you can, keeps the suction. And here, this looks like the wall mounting unit. That goes on there like so. Screw that to the wall, and then that docks into there. And you've even got an accessory holder when it's on the wall. And then we've got the main thing itself. I think that's it for the box. Right, that's the Dyson unboxed. It was over-engineered in my opinion. There was a hell of a lot of packaging. Each individual item was packaged, but it keeps it well protected. A couple of things I wanted to know which hasn't been covered in reviews is one, how long the cord length is, because I'm limited to power points in this house. So it needs to be wall mounted and near a power point. So let's just have a look how long this length is. It's only a couple of meters, I would say. So you've got to wall mount it rather close to a socket. Another thing as well is the battery fixed. I'm guessing it is. I've seen no mention it, so the battery is not removable. Now Dyson say because of the way the battery runs that you'll get up to 60 minutes of charge. It's got a light feather touch trigger button, and the point behind that is you only have the power on when you need it. So if you're moving between doorways from one room to another or something like that, you can take your finger off the trigger, save battery, and all these little bits of not having the power on in between cleaning helps the battery life. Also it stops the battery from overheating, which means the battery life is a lot longer. Lifespan is a lot longer. Now I'm a big fan. This was my first cordless vacuum cleaner and the batteries were interchangeable, but they were big, bulky and heavy. I mean, you'd get 30 minutes out of this, more than enough to clean a whole house with. But the other thing I like about this is let's have a look if I can explain this in layman's terms, because I know no other term. The suction is in one straight line throughout the whole system, so obviously suction in at this end, straight line into the bin. The motor is dead centre and straight line out, and that continuous straight line means no loss of suction, while on traditional vacuum cleaners or on the older Dyson models the motor was situated at a different off angle, which meant the suction had to go around corners. Same with these tubes. Same with these tubes on these traditional vacuum cleaners. So that means 20% more power. Use a little filter in the back here, which you just wash once a week. But Dyson claim that the air coming out of the vacuum cleaner is typically cleaner than the air in an average household because of all the filters. And basically you empty it, let's have a look, like that. So no mess, way straight into your bin, empty. And the engineering design behind this is brilliant. As it empties, it cleans all the mini filter thing in there. You've got 3 power settings: max, medium and 1. Yeah, so let's get it set up and have a quick go with it. Another thing Dyson have done is added these black carbon fibre bristles to the roller brush. These are the same kind of bristles that you use to clean a vinyl record with, and it's the same principle as a vinyl record. If you go over a vinyl record with a cloth, the dust doesn't come off because it's stuck down to the vinyl with static. In the same way that when, for example, workmen come in your house and they tread dusty boots and leave footprints behind on the floor, you tend to vacuum over them, but it doesn't come off, it doesn't lift off the floor, and that's because it's held down to the floor with static. Right, the Dyson's been on charge for a couple of hours. First impressions, it seems well built, nice and sturdy but not heavy, extremely lightweight. All the weight is in the handle end. It's all the weight feels in this area here. One thing I would like to see, this here, Dyson Cyclone V10, it's a sticky label. I'm sure they could have, you know, for the price and the quality, they could have put that on in a better manner, I would have thought. Right, I I'm not going to go on too many of these, but I don't know if you can see on the floor there, I've crumpled some digestives, all different sizes, some fine crumbs, some big chunks. So I'm not going to do too many of these. I'll just do one in here and one in the carpet, because there's plenty of people on YouTube doing this kind of thing. Right, like I said, I do not know how this is going to perform because I'm a bit worried actually, because there's some big chunks on the floor. So let's just give it a go. There we go, everything. That's rather quiet. It's a lot quieter than I thought it was going to be, to be honest. Now in fairness, it got everything apart from the big crumbs. But that is just basically the big crumbs. It's not anything that's attached to the handheld nozzle. Job done. Right. Let's see what this looks like in slow-mo, because I reckon that'll be pretty cool. I hope that looked cool. Right, we're back in the living room. I have a mat here which I've had for years, and it's a really thick, deep plied mat. And my cat, when he scratches, do you know when you get them summer days where the sun's beaming through your living room window and all you can see is dust particles and, you know what I mean, them kind of days? Well, this mat collects cat dust and all sorts. I've purposely not cleaned it for a week or two because I knew I was getting this vacuum cleaner, and that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So let's put some crunched up Cheerios on it. I'm scared. God, I am scared. And let's see how the Dyson handles this. Wow, that is impressive. Speechless. Not bad, you can see the end line there where I've vacuumed up to. 10 out of 10 for that. Right, I've just had a quick hoover around the downstairs of the house, and it's collected a surprising, you can't see from there, yeah, a surprising amount, really. I mean, I do vacuum every week, honest, with what I thought was a decent vacuum cleaner, but this is just, it's collected a hell of a lot. So the idea now is that I dump it straight into the bottom of the bin.